right, welcome everybody to Black History Minute. And we're going to continue on with the series, the Black Wall Street series. And we're going to bring to you today 5 points. This is another Black Wall Street that does not really get taught about. You never probably heard of it. Some of you may not have heard of this. I'm sure the schools don't teach this. And you're going to learn about the 5 points today. So we want to welcome you guys to Black History Minute. This is the Harlem of the West, the story of 5 points, Denver. Let's go.
And now, here's your Black History Minute.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. We are back with the Harlem of the West. Not Harlem in New York, but the Harlem of the West. The story of 5 points. All right. So let's get into it, shall we? All right. So a beacon in the American West. 5 Points was Denver's historic foundational Black American community. Positioned west of the Mississippi River, it became a crucial hub for Black migrants, travelers, and entrepreneurs seeking opportunity and refuge in a segregated nation. It wasn't just a neighborhood, it was a destination. A destination forged by a nation in motion. As you guys see the visuals there on the map of Denver, Colorado. Okay. By 1920, after the first wave of the Great Migration, 5 Points was one of the largest Black American communities west of the Mississippi River. No doubt about it. 1870, 200 Black residents, and by 1920, over 5,000. Fueled by the first wave of the Great Migration, 5 Points became one of the largest Black American communities west of the Mississippi River. Okay, so from a small enclave to a thriving metropolis. And there you go again with the visuals. In 1870, it was roughly 200 Black residents. And by 1920, 1870, yeah. And then by 1920, it was more than 5,000. This exponential growth created a critical mass for culture and commerce to flourish. Okay. As we look at this image here with the Negro Motorist Green book, maybe somebody should remake this book. Okay. Look that up and might need to come up with a new one. Denver's 5 Points district played an important role for Black travelers headed west. In most Western cities, Black people comprise only about 3% of the population. This wasn't true for 5 Points. It was a necessary stopping place for Black migrants traveling west. All right. Candace Taylor Overground Railroad, the Green Book, and the Roots of Black Travel in America. Okay. An economic oasis. Okay. An economic oasis in the American West. In an era of segregation, 5 Points built its own thriving economy. It had more Black-owned enterprises than any other community in the United States outside of Harlem. All right. So let's check out the images here, man. You got the barber shop. You have a dentist, a beauty salon, and it looks like a little restaurant. These are Black American people, man, in the West, in Denver, the 5 Points. Now, I wonder if there are any people in this area, any Black Americans still living in this area today. You might want to put it in the comments for those who might be living in that area, okay, and let us know. All right. More than Harlem, Playfair display. By the early 1900s, 5 Points had more Black-owned enterprises than any other community in the United States outside of Harlem, like we just mentioned. Restaurants and clubs, theaters and music venues. This is what they had. Retail shops, beauty salons and barber shops, and professional services. Again, take a look at this beautiful imagery, man. Look at the images up here. These businesses fostered self-reliance and built a powerful local economy against a backdrop. All right. The foundations of community. Again, beauty salons. Look at these images here. What I see out here, I see a cafe, theater, professional services, barbershops, beauty salons, retail emporiums. Again, restaurants and professional services, retail shops and theaters, beauty salons and barbershops. I'm sure the little trolley, I call it the trolley train, I'm sure that was operated and owned by someone Black that you see in the images right here. These businesses provided essential goods and services, fostering a deep sense of self-reliance and economic empowerment. See, when we do these Black Wall Street series and show you these different locations, these different Black Wall Streets, we just did Mound Bayou, and now we're doing 5 Points. There's always an economic component in all of this because economics is very important. A lot of times as foundational Black Americans, freedmen, some people call themselves Negro, some people call themselves Negro American. A lot of times we have gotten ourselves away from economics and we've been programmed for education. Notice that. Notice you hear the more education talk when it comes to us, but you don't hear too much of economic talk, right? Something to think about. The crown jewel, the Rossonian Hotel or the Rossonian Hotel. The Rossonian was the cultural and social epicenter of 5 Points. Its famed Rossonian Lounge was a mandatory stop on the national jazz circuit. It hosted legendary musicians like Duke Ellington and Count Basie, making it a cultural hotspot for the entire city of Denver. Imagine that. You had this Rossonian Hotel. Again, the black dollar is circulating inside from this hotel. And then you had musicians like Duke Ellington and Count Basie. I'm sure they was making a cut for playing in there or going just to stay inside. They're giving the money to the hotel, another Black person. And the dollars are just circulating amongst everyone, Black American. Again, the heartbeat of the Harlem of the West, the Rossonian Hotel, the Casino Cabaret. These were not just clubs. They were legendary stages where the soundtrack of an era was written. Now, isn't that a beautiful image right there? Look at that. Check that out. The Rossonian Hotel, Casino, Cabaret. Very beautiful, very beautiful. The Rhythm of the Night, the Casino Cabaret, alongside the Rossonian, the renowned Casino Cabaret was a pillar of the 5 Points entertainment scene. That's a beautiful scene inside. Look at that image there. It was a celebrated venue where residents and visitors gathered for live music, dancing, and socializing, showcasing the rich cultural contributions of the Black community. For all these folks, immigrants, melanated immigrants, other immigrants, other ethnicities outside of the U.S. who say that Black Americans don't have no culture, you're looking at some of the culture right now. Okay? No doubt about it. The world's greatest artists, including Duke Ellington, Count Basie, held court at the famed Rossonian Lounge, making 5 Points a cultural hotspot of the entire region. And look at the images here. And guess who you see also that is not Black in there having fun? Okay? Always got to be a part of it, right? Okay. Because there were so few options for Black people to stay in that area of the country, 5 Points was a necessary place for Black migrants traveling west. Okay. And look up Candace A. Taylor, by the way. Overground Railroad, The Green Book, and the Roots of Black Travel in America. Try to cop that book. Forging a legacy. The determination and entrepreneurial spirit of 5 Points did more than build a neighborhood. It cultivated an environment that gave birth to some of the community's greatest minds. Okay. Again, the community was defined by an unwavering determination and a profound entrepreneurial spirit. This spirit would echo for generations. The spirit personified. We have Robert Smith. All right. Born in Denver, Robert F. Smith's family history is tied to the legacy of entrepreneurship and determination rooted in 5 Points. Today, he is widely recognized as the richest Black person in the United States. Now, I don't know. He might be. He might be. Mr. Stewart might be right behind him or neck and neck with him. David Stewart, by the way. The unbroken thread. The incredible rise of Robert Smith in finance and philanthropy exemplifies the enduring spirit of foundational Black American achievement. His success highlights the profound and lasting impact on communities like 5 Points, on the nation's history and its prosperity. So in this image, you're looking like you see on the left, kind of the old school back in the day look, what it used to look like, and then you kind of get a more modern look today on the right. Okay. And then again, you kind of see this same kind of imagery here, the difference of what it used to be and what it looks like more recently, or could be more recently. And again, Robert Smith's incredible rise exemplifies the enduring spirit of foundational Black American achievement. His success is a testament to the profound impact of historic communities like 5 Points on the nation's prosperity. All right. So 5 Points was more than a neighborhood. It was an engine of culture. For those who say Black Americans have no culture, it was an engine of culture, a crucible of ambition, and a cornerstone of American history. All right. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the 5 Points. All right. So we appreciate it. That is your Black Wall Street. 5 Points is another one of the Black Wall Streets. And again, look at the imagery here. Blending in some of the modern with some of the old back in the day. Beautiful look. Very, very, very beautiful. And yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We definitely appreciate y'all, as always, checking us out on Black History Minute. And we will continue with the series, the Black Wall Street series. And so with that being said, we will see you next time. All right. We out. Peace.
And now, here's your Black History Minute.